Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Type 64. It's a Tier 6 Chinese premium light tank. It's located on the northwest spawn of Mountain Pass, and it's under the command of 73north of WTWW.
Do I look like a man who gave halfway across Europe to get beat in a tank battle?
Game on! Well, it's basically a Taiwanese tank, not a Chinese one, but it's of course put on the Chinese tech tree. It's basically the M42 Duster, which is an anti-aircraft tank, and the turret is a Hellcat. So it's got the 76mm gun, of course, which of course the Hellcats were originally fitted with, not the 90mm that you get with the fake Super Hellcat, which there was only one version of. Because of course they didn't build any more than one, they just tested it. So it's capable of doing 115 Alpha with standard AP, 128mm pen, and with the premium APCR it goes up to 177. You can see here that 73north has decided to fit nothing but APCR with one round of HE just in case. Now the fast fire rate, it does have a standard reload 3.16 seconds per shot, and he's got a reload of 2.67, so it's actually very fast on the reload. He's at the moment illuminating that super chappy above him, and he's taking fire, so he's getting the spotting, and there's an Excalibur behind. Okay, he's picking up more spotting off the super chappy. In fact, the guy's now a one-shot, and he's abandoning his position. Oh, there's T-34-85 up on top of the rise, the ramp. Got to be careful not to get in the firing line from that guy. Here comes the chappy. Well, that was an easy kill, and a nice one at that. Now the Excalibur's taking multiple hits, and we're picking up lots of spotting of it, and he's gone. And that means now we can pull back if we want to, or push forward. But if we do push forward, we've got to watch out for that T-34-85. Now he's deciding he's going to fall back, and I think that is the wise choice. It's a reduced numbers game, by the way. There are 3 tanks left on either side, so it's only 12 versus 12. Type 64 is famous for the fact that it does have very good accuracy, very low dispersion, good view range, which is 390 meters. Mobility and speed, well, it's got a top speed 72.4 kilometers an hour, and it's also got 10 degrees of gun depression and a fairly fast fire rate, as I mentioned that earlier. The bad thing is it has fairly low ammo capacity. You only get 45 rounds. It also has very low armor. 25.4 millimeters of armor at the front, that's all you've got, and well, everything else around the vehicle is less. In fact, the sides of the vehicle are only 12.5, and the rear of the vehicle only 20 millimeters. On the hull, on the turret, it's even less. You've just got to work up a routine. Oh, he's doing it now.
That's a nice hit.
You peek out, put the rescue on target, and fire just as you're pulling back in. And that way it makes it impossible for the enemy to get a hit. That Cromwell's a 2-shot. Oh, no, he got the kill. He got a lucky shot there for 127, took him out completely. But our teammate in the M6 is being hammered, and he's now been tracked, so he's immobilized. Yeah, he's losing his tracks. And that Tiger and the other guy is an easy 8. I don't think that M6 is going to survive much longer. In fact, actually, it has gone down. You can see we're pumping rounds into the Tiger.
Any last words?
He's using the wreck for cover. That's nice play. You can just poke forward enough to actually see these guys. Let's just start pumping the rounds in. Goes for the M8. M4 Easy 8.
You didn't want to let me get in your sight.
Okay, he's decided to pull back because he can't take on both of them at the same time. Ideally, he only wants to take on one. He might have to pull back from this position. Although he does have help. He's got Juno coming up behind him. And a Strip 74 is just round the corner. Okay, the Easy 8's popped up. Where's the Tiger 131? We're locked onto him. Gets one in. Oh, got the engine bay of the Easy 8. Slows him down a little. And he gets the second one in. Don't try to ram a medium tank with a light. And the Arty's trying to get involved. Oh, and he got the kill.
But you had a chance, did you?
And there's the Tiger.
Lovely stuff.
He stopped in the bridge
Beautiful.
and didn't follow up and let the Easy 8 die. But he's pumping holes into him. He's turned into a colander now. Look at all those hits on him. One more.
More of that, please.
Yeah,
See
beautiful.
you later, sunshine.
Now that Juno's sitting out in the open. Yes, that's what I was worried about. The enemy's got a Hummel as their main Arty. We've also got a Hummel. Scores are even at the moment. Okay, now we've got a T150 down the other end of the road. And he's headed this way. Okay. You can hear the Arty. Unfortunately, I think that was aimed at the Juno.
Beautiful. More of that, please.
And we've lost the Juno, but that's another wreck for us to use. That one hit the upper lower plate joint, but he has gone down. And there's a KV2. Our A43 was the guy who went in and killed the T150. Ow! We just got smacked by the Hummel.
Ricochet. Fantastic.
Took a big hit, a direct hit from the Hummel. Trying to get the shell beneath the gun mantlets. There's a little gap there. Yes, he's aiming straight for it.
Lovely stuff.
Unfortunately, we did take a hit from the Skoda, and now we're down to a one-shot, so we need to be careful now. We need to engage these enemy tanks with our teammates, and there's only 4 in total left on our team. Even the Hummel has come down, and God knows what the Achilles is doing. It looks like he's trying to troll him. Oh dear, this is not good. I'm afraid the Hummel's got no choice. He has to come down to try and help out. But look, he's trolling the guy. The Hummel, I think, had to come down here because of the Achilles. I think he may have been trolling the guy all game, and now the Hummel's been wiped out by the enemy. And I think that's entirely down to the Achilles. Well, the Strip 74's decided to go down the other way. The enemy's got a Skoda at the other end of the bridge road. Meanwhile, we're covering this corner. The Achilles is just committing harikiri. He's going straight towards the Skoda, and he's got wiped out. So I think he was a troll who was trolling the Hummel, and as a result, we lost a valuable ally there. 2 allies. We lost our Arty, and we lost the Achilles, who could have been very useful to us in winning this battle. The Skoda's now sitting on the bridge. They're down to 3. The Skoda, we know where he is. We don't know where the Basotto is. Basotto, actually we do. He was on the ramp. And now we know he's in the cap. So it must be the Basotto in the cap. The Hummel is right up on top of the plateau. He did a quick peek to have a look by pulling back and getting a tactical view. So he just needs to get a shot into the Hummel. Gets it through the guns. And that's it. He used the HE round to kill him. Because of course the HE rounds are capable of 185 alpha and 38mm of pen. And he managed to get a shot into the Hummel to kill him. But he's got no ammo left. He's got 5 kills. There's the Basotto in the cap. The Skoda is the last remaining enemy medium, and of course our Achilles could have been used to kill that guy, and of course the Hummel. In fact, I suspect that the Hummel had to leave the cap area, not just because he was being trolled, but also because potentially he might have actually ended up getting spotted and wiped out by the Basotto. Well, 73 North has decided not to go up the ice road, because of course he doesn't have any ammo left, so there's nothing he can do. And the only way he can get a reset is to ram the enemy, but he's got very low hit points as well. A sideswipe would work, if he can get a sideswipe. Now, we've just got to hope that the Basotto is close enough to the cap that we can get to him before he can shoot us. Because if he gets a shot, we're dead. Down to the last 3 seconds, and he's slowed down, and oh dear, the Basotto had warning we were coming. He could see us. He parked himself in the right spot, and it's all over. Here's the end of battle stats, and I'm afraid for 73 North, there was nothing he could do at the end of the game. He couldn't get close enough to the Basotto in time to actually get some damage on him, some ram damage, so he could win the game. But it was a good game for him because he got a first ace tanker in the Type 64. Yes, when you get the scrolls underneath the M, that's your first time, and this was his first time with the ace. You also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He actually ended up with 5, 1 short of getting a top gun and 1/3 of the enemy team. And he got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. A bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10 in that game. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. And remember, it was a reduced numbers game at that. And he got the tank sniper as well for doing the most damage at a distance of 300 meters or more. And that's because he was shooting virtually the entire length of the ice road, the bridge road, and hitting the enemy tanks at the other end of it. Very accurate shooting, which is, of course, one of the things that the Type 64 is very good for. His win rate from that one was 21,291, which is super unicum and a lot more. That completely outperforms any of the other players in the Type 64 recently. This is an exceptional game for a Type 64 driver. So let's have a look at team score. Well, it appears he got the highest damage in the game, 3,722. The next highest was the T-3485, the one we saw sitting on top of the ramp. He got 2,126 hit points, which is just a little bit more than half the damage that 73 North did. Third highest damage in the game went to the Skoda T25, who managed 1,767 hit points of damage in third place. When it came to kills, again, it's 73 North. He got 5 kills out of that game. 4 kills went to the Skoda T25, and 2 kills went to the A43, the Strip 74, and on the enemy team, their KB2. And when it came to base XP, well, he's done that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns, even though he was on the losing team. 1,164 went to the 73 North. 1,034 went to the T-3485, the best player on the enemy team, and 1,030 went to the Skoda T25. And we can see the Basotto ended up with the Invader medal because, of course, he was the one who virtually capped out completely. We didn't see where the Skoda went after the initial engagement. So I either get the feeling that he was sitting on the bridge road waiting for us to come and use that quick route to get back to our own cap, and we bypassed him altogether, or he was waiting on the ramp, pardon me, at our end of the map, at our cap area, and he was waiting for our guy to appear suddenly, waiting for 73 North to appear so he could actually shoot him. Either way, there was nothing that 73 North could do because he ran out of ammo. He did so much damage in the game, he used up all of his spare shots. And one of the problems with the Type 64 is you don't get a lot of ammo. You only get 45 rounds in total, and he used every one of those up. If he'd actually had a spare round or so, if he'd gone up the ice road, he would have been able to spot the Basotto sitting in the cap before the Basotto spotted him. Although the Basotto would have known that somebody had seen him, so because his sixth sense would have gone off 3 seconds later. but it might have been enough for 73 North to get one shot into the Basotto, get a reset, and at least get him a defender medal out of it as well. But it's sadly not to be, because of course he just ran out of ammo altogether. So there you go. Detail report. 45 shots fired. Every round fired. 40 direct hits on the enemy. 33 penetrations. He was lucky to get that kill shot on the Hummel, actually, because that would have been his last one. And if, of course, he didn't get the kill shot, he probably would have had to have rammed that guy and might have expired in the process when he did so. 3,722 hit points of damage in total, of which 1,773 were at more than 300 meters. Those are most of the shots that he fired into the Cromwell and, of course, the Tiger 131. 3 hits received from the enemy. 2 of those were penetrations. 1 hit by way of splash damage as well. That was a huge hit from the enemy Hummel. 243 hit points on its own. So, yes, he really did have a big bang on the outside of the hull. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 7 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and he did 1,395 hit points of spotting assist in that game. On a premium count, he actually made a loss of 39,735 credits, and that's mostly down to the fact that he was firing premium ammo, all except that 1 HE round, which he used up right at the end of the game. He also had to pay full price for consumables, and that cost him. And he got 3,539 experience points out of the game. But I think it was a really good one in terms of the fact that he fought very, very hard. His technique was good. He was playing peek and bang with the enemy, and the enemy wasn't really getting any shots on him. And not only that, but tactically, he did do the right thing. He stayed on the bridge road as long as he could. When the enemy got close, he pulled back into cover, got his teammates to help. But I'd be very interested to know if that Achilles actually did troll our Hummel throughout the game, because this guy has absolutely no damage on the enemy, no kills, 104 XP. The Hummel, no damage, no kills, and 104. So I have a sneaking suspicion that this guy here actually did troll the Hummel, and that's why he wasn't engaged in the battle. That's why we lost, because we didn't have another gun shooting on our behalf. And of course, with the Arty in the game as well, it might have helped, because it might have killed off the Basotto, or it might have killed the Skoda towards the end of the game when we were running short on ammo. We could actually contact these people to find out if that was the case. I'd be more inclined to actually contact the Hummel first and see what did he actually know. What happened to you during that game? Were you being trolled? And is that what went on? Because obviously what happened in the end is, without them doing any damage whatsoever, it does look suspiciously like a troll game, and it looks like 73 North did his best but couldn't do anything to change the result. So, fantastic game. Well played by 73 North. Congratulations on your first ace tanker. And I do hope you enjoyed that replay as much as I did. If you did, please give it a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.